Hello, and welcome to the Ashford TLC presentation, Professional Development and OLC at Ashford University, Maximizing Your Membership Benefits. My name is Todd Havert, and I will be your host for this session. The chat window will be open, so please feel free to participate or ask questions in the chat. Please welcome our presenters, Michelle Rasmussen and Dr. Matt Norsworthy. Michelle will be first up, so welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Todd, and thank you, everyone. Can we get a thumbs up if everyone can hear me okay? Or a yes in the chat? Awesome. All right. Well, it's a pleasure to be here at Ashford's Teaching and Learning Conference. I'm very excited to be able to present some new information to our faculty about the expansion of OLC membership benefits to a larger and wider audience for our faculty. And I'm very excited to have fellow Ashford faculty member, Dr. Matt Norsworthy here, who also is OLC membership representative. So could not work better to be able to share this information with with Matt, who represents OLC, and then is also one of your peers as a faculty member. So I also want to note that Matt has been with Ashford as a faculty member for 10 years, which is tremendous. So congratulations, and very familiar with the efforts that we are working towards here in terms of professional development for our faculty. So real quickly, we're going to do an overview of professional development at Ashford, and then we're going to turn it over to Matt to show the benefits and the OLC website and what opportunities you can take advantage of as a faculty member with our new expansion of our benefits. So as you're familiar, faculty are asked to complete one professional development activity per contract. We do provide a variety of ways to do this. Obviously, when you're onboarded, you go through the new faculty experience. We also offer our monthly CETL sessions, which is a synchronous webinar hosted on Tuesday nights, and then is also available for on-demand viewing through the webinar link. We also offer a variety of opportunities in conjunction with the Writing Center and the library. They have amazing resources and amazing materials that they're constantly sharing and updating with our faculty. So we appreciate being able to offer those to you as well. We also then, of course, have some mandatory compliance modules such as Title IX or FERPA. Some of you might have received some reminders recently about Title IX training. So very critical that we're able to help offer these to you and manage them with you for compliance purposes. Again, we also have on-demand webinar recordings. So if you're not able to attend live, which we know for most of you that could be a challenge, we do make those available to you. We also have college webinars. Program chairs, course leads, deans, associate deans are also very active in being able to present professional development opportunities to their faculty. And then, of course, we have some modules that are released to you throughout the year. We also have speaker series, and then we also have TLC, our annual Teaching and Learning Conference. And we're very excited to add the Online Learning Consortium offerings to the other types of materials that we're able to provide to you. So that's very, very exciting. Real quickly, I just want to share with you a couple of really neat facts that we've been able to share with you about professional development at Ashford. So today in 2017, we have recorded that faculty have completed over 15,000 professional development activities, which is pretty amazing. So professional development is alive and well at Ashford. We're so pleased to have such an active faculty body who take advantage of the professional development opportunities here at Ashford. And what's nice about that is that they're finding high satisfaction with the activities that are offered. So over 90% have a satisfaction rate with what is being offered to them. And so to kind of reiterate a little bit what I was saying before in terms of what we offer, live webinars and webinar recordings continue to be our most popular. We know faculty are very busy, and so we're glad that we're able to provide this to them in a form and fashion that meets their needs. So then we see some of these other areas, workshops, training sessions, modules, and so forth. And so you know, hopefully we can continue to find ways to evolve those to make sure that they can continue to meet your needs. So one of the great things then about the Online Learning Consortium is that historically with our membership package, the benefits were kind of limited in order of who we could offer them to. So recently, OLC has transitioned to a model with an unlimited number of members per license, which is great news for us as an institution. And this opens up a wonderful opportunity then for us to be able to expand OLC membership resources to faculty and staff at Ashford, which is really, really exciting. So what does this mean for you? It means more choice and access to the amazing materials that the OLC develops and makes available to the Online Learning Consortium community. So I'm going to turn it over real quickly to Matt to talk about the OLC mission statement.
Everybody can hear me as well. That would be great. Some sort of, recognition that I'm not just talking to the air. Okay, great. Anyways, the Online Learning Consortium is a collaborative community of higher education leaders and innovators dedicated to advancing quality digital teaching and learning experiences designed to reach and engage the modern learner. All right, this is focused on institutions. We're a nonprofit organization, and all of our resources come from the institutions that purchase their memberships or their licenses, however you want to call it. And then we use those resources as our own faculty. So instructional designers, administrators, faculty, leadership positions, all of them are used as our own faculty, teaching the workshops, making the presentations, going through the certificate programs. So it's a collaboration of people who do this for a living. It's their day job, if you will. And then they share their insights and their experiences with our other member, institutions, and then their faculty and administrators to continue the learning in online and blended teaching. Next slide. These are just some of the things that we offer. I'm going to go through the website just so that everybody can get a feel for where everything is and how that, Ashford faculty and administrators can get involved and use some of the things that are available through the benefits. We have various research programs. We will partner with various organizations or higher education institutions in various research projects. We have a journal, an online journal that's 4 times a year. We do different surveys, using our membership base. Our membership base consists of, I think we're well over 625 institutions worldwide now. So reaching out to that membership base to get involved in various surveys and research aspects for online and blended teaching really helps a lot. And presenting the information to our members and their faculty. We have various workshops, certificate programs. As you see here, we have an online teaching certificate program, an advanced online teaching certificate program, and then the instructional designer certificate. So the instructional designer certificate is a newer offering that we have in our certificate programs, but it's become quite popular, especially in those people who are wanting to really develop their course development skills. We have our mastery series, which is a series of 3 workshops focused on one particular topic. So it may be online science labs, online nursing, blended, just to name a few topics off the top of my head. Then we have webinars, and as Michelle mentioned, webinars are quite popular. They are popular with faculty at all of our member institutions. They're free and available to all of the members. So in just a few moments, I'll show everybody how they can get through and access them. They're also available in terms of on demand. So you may have missed a webinar that was offered last year and you want to go back and watch it. You can still do that and access it. And then, of course, we've also got various networking events, conferences that are coming up. Like we have our annual conference in Orlando, Florida next week. At the Swan and Dolphin, and then there's also ways to access the streaming versions, streaming sessions for those who can't attend. But the conferences, the annual conference in the fall in Orlando, and then we have a spring conference, our Innovate conference, which this year is going to be in Nashville in April. It was in New Orleans last year. It'll be in Nashville this year. We have various around the country 1-day or 2-day events at various institutions. Anybody can attend. You don't have to, teach for that particular institution, but there may be one near you. For instance, we are going to be having one in Los Angeles in January. So if you happen to be in the Los Angeles area, that could be something to look into. But these are just some of the things, like I said, that we have to offer. And then if we can go to the next slide. And it's easy for you to be able to access the benefits and see how you can do that. And I'm going to hopefully successfully share my screen and show you around the website a little bit. This is the link to the member resources page, which is a great, I guess, leaping off point if you want to just figure out getting started, being able to access the benefits, to see what it involves, see what it entails, and set up your own user account. Let's see if I can go ahead and do that. And like I said, I am going to share my screen here in just a moment, but that way you have it to be able to go there yourself. There we go. You can go there and access the member resources page, and it's all connected to Ashford University's membership. So as long as you use your Ashford email, don't use a personal, Gmail or something like that, because that's how it recognizes each individual in order to, connect them to the university's membership. This will then take you to what, is available. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully I don't mess anybody up or lose the entire group. So you got to continue, yes, and then we'll go here, share screen. All right. So let me know if you can see the website. I just want to make sure everybody can see it. All right. All right. And then let's see. If you go here on the membership resources, like I said, you'll be able to see everything that's available. There's a chart here to where you can see what's available in terms of the membership benefits, but scrolling down, this gives you the instructions on how to create your user account. Steps 1 through 4, and like I said, it's all based on your Ashford email address, but this will allow you to set up your user account, and then the benefits that are available through Ashford through their institutional membership will automatically be recognized for your own. It shows you the different discounts that are available, because obviously if you decide to do something like the certificate program or go to a conference or anything, there will be a fee associated with that, but with the membership, it's discounted from the regular price. This also runs down a quick list of some of the different things that are offered, like I had just gone over, and I'm going to click on some of those pages individually here in just a moment. But it allows you to see in a snapshot, if you will, what is available and where you could go throughout the website, and then what resources are available through the membership. Now, like I said, the webinars, those are one of the most popular. If you click on the webinars page, going here to learn, and then scrolling down to webinars, and then you will find our entire list of webinars that we have offered or are offering soon. All right. These are the webinars that go back all the way back with the sponsors. If you want to see the upcoming webinars or plug in a certain date and time, right now we have an IELOL information session on December 7th. If you want to just see all of the webinars and then scroll through, this obviously goes back to November 5th, 2011. And you can scroll through all of these, and there's a pretty good list. Just click on the plus sign of any one of them, read more, and then there you are. And you just have to click on register, put in your information, and then you have access. So say I wanted to go to this, December 7th IELOL information session, and I went and I registered for it. But then December 7th from 12 to 1 Eastern, something came up. I've got a meeting, an emergency, God forbid, class to teach on, you know, something came up and I was not able to attend. You can still go back and have access to it, the recorded version, because you're already registered. It won't, you know, discredit that. They're all recorded, as you saw, and you would be able to go back to it even if you can't attend it live. Some other things that you might be interested in, the Institute schedule. This is our schedule of workshops, everything that we offer. And again, you would find that by going to Learn. Then under here, you can either, you know, click on a specific thing, certificate programs, workshops, or mastery series, or just go to the schedule. And then you can organize the schedule however you see fit. Right now, I've got it organized in terms of date. If you want to do it by a particular track or type, or just do your own search, that's, you know, certainly up to you. But then you can scroll through all of the different workshops, all right, and then say I'm looking at this creating effective presentations, and I want to find out more about that. Click on it, and then you can go and see as soon as my screen will update. Let me try going back here. I may just have way too much open or something. Let's try new to online. There we go. The new to online essentials part 2, converting your course. You find out information about the course itself. Always tells you we have our workshops separated in terms of tracks. It doesn't make a difference as to which track you may decide to, you know, go into in terms of a workshop. But if you just need it for organizational purposes, always gives you the level, beginner and intermediate and advanced. And then if it's eligible for an online teaching certificate elective, if you chose to go through our teaching certificate program. Gives you a good summary of what the workshop is about, if there are any prerequisites, about the approximate time required, how many hours of work, how many days the workshop lasts. You can get start dates and faculty bio, Dr. Musgrove here. The pricing, like I said, for members is cheaper than non-members. But you can also see when it's available throughout the year, various dates. If the December 4th is not going to work for you, then maybe you want to look at these other dates. Another thing, like the webinars, once you register for a workshop, you have access to that workshop for a full year after you've started it. So say you are carrying on a conversation in one of the discussions with a faculty member from some other, you know, institution, and you can't remember their name to save your life. So you want to go back into that workshop and find that person's contact information, or get that particular PDF or something that was in that workshop. You can do that for a full year after you've started. We've had people who have actually just registered for workshops with no intention of completing it. They tell us up front, I don't want to complete it. I just want to get in there to be able to socialize and then download all of the information and be able to have access to it. Again, we encourage you to finish it. You do get a certificate of completion for completing any of the workshops. Obviously, professional development credits and whatnot as Ashford sees fit. But it is a wealth of information, even just being able to network with other faculty members, administrators from other institutions, as well as the information that's available based on whatever the workshop topic may be. Again, the whole schedule is available all the way through 2018 and divided up by month. In terms of our teaching certificate programs, as I mentioned before, we have an online teaching, advanced online teaching, and instructional design. The online teaching certificate program is for those who have probably been teaching online for, say, less than 3 years. Most everyone, obviously, at Ashford University has taught online for at least a little while, at least a term. So that would probably fit into a lot of, many of us in their wheelhouse. But then there is the advanced online teaching certificate program for those who do have more experience, if they have at least 3 years of experience teaching online or have already gone through the online teaching certificate program. It obviously is a great resume builder, if you will, to have gone through that. In some institutions, that is a training, be all end all. That institution requires that their online teachers have gone through the program. But others, just simply recognize it as a very good, credibility to their teaching skills, if you will. Say you want to find out more information, obviously, and scheduling and that kind of thing. Click on whichever one it is that you're interested in. It will also give you a summary of the program, depending on which dates you chose. Well, assuming I can get it to upload, hang on. I'll just try to do this. Let me just try it with the advanced then. For some reason, this may be acting up on me. There we go. Okay, gives you a summary of how the certificate program works. It tells you a little bit about what's going to be involved, the timing. Again, start dates and faculty bios, depending on which one you chose. If there are any prerequisites, like I said, the online teaching certificate program, at least 1 year. The program details. This is where you would really find a lot of valuable information. It breaks down the entire process of going through the certificate program, and it has the weekly overview of what you're going to be covering. The certificate program is fairly comprehensive. This 10-week foundations course covers a lot, bringing in everybody and making sure everybody is in sync. It's a cohort basis, so there is definitely a start time that a group of people will get together, and then you stay in the same cohort all the way through the foundations course. Then you have 3 one-week elective workshops to choose from in order to complete the certification. Now, the interesting thing about this is you have to bring a course into the program. So everything that you're learning by going through these workshops, you are incorporating in your course build. So you are building your own course. Then when you come out, you will then present this course to your mentor and your facilitator. And then, assuming everything is approved, you have a course that's ready to be taught the next term and your certificate for the online teaching. So anyways, that covers, the teaching certificates. There's the advanced certificate and the instructional design, like I have mentioned. We also have these mastery series, which are just 3 one-week workshops. They're never split up. They're never offered separately, but they're all based on a particular topic. And here's the list of topics. There is an instructional design mastery series, so it's a shorter version as opposed to the full certificate program. So the various topics, you can always click on these and see when they're offered. Usually it's 1 week on, 1 week off. So finishing up the assignments from the previous week or reflecting on what you've learned in that one before you go into the next week's workshop. And then lastly, just, as another major aspect, the different conferences, the different networking events that we host throughout a given year. The collaborates are the regional events, like I was telling you about the one in Los Angeles in January, the Innovate conference in Nashville, and then of course the one next week in Orlando. We have up here under read the various journals that we have offered, any kind of books, infographics, things like that we are currently in the process of working on or have published. You can get access to that as well. Members, when you register and set up your user account, you also have access to the archives. So any of the journal publications going all the way back, you would be able to access that. Any of the books that we have published, it's discounted again for members, but the journal you would have full access to throughout. Trying to think of anything else that would be beneficial. Again, it's a matter of going through the website and just getting there and clicking around. Whatever your primary goal is, and if you're doing it for the professional development credits, obviously the webinars are very handy. Lots of interesting topics. As we get closer to the holidays, obviously the webinar offerings are getting a little bit more limited until we get past the new year, and then the new schedule of the webinars. But the workshops, the journals, the different research that's available is quite useful for sure. Michelle, unless there's anything that you might want me to add or go into more detail, I think that's a good overview anyway of what's available.
Yes, thank you so much. That was awesome. I'll see once, I don't really see any questions currently right now in the chat, but if anyone does have questions, feel free. We have just a few minutes. I will say that there will be some follow-up communications within the next couple of weeks via email to you about the information that we've covered with Matt in terms of accessing the information through OLC. And we are just so pleased to be able to offer this to our faculty as an option in terms of this partnership. Everyone that attends OLC opportunities just raves about them. And so we're just so really thrilled to be able to continue this partnership. And so I'm going to address Beth's question here. So at one point we were able to purchase a virtual attendance pass to some of the conferences, and that was well attended. So I think we will definitely be exploring that in the future. And, definitely we heard good positive feedback about that from our faculty. So we hope to be able to explore those options again in the future. And then Margaret's question, what is OLC's relationship to Ashford? So basically, Margaret and Matt, jump in if you would like, but we are a member of OLC. Along with many other institutions across the country and the world, if that's correct. So we, we support OLC through our membership, and now this is, expanding then what had kind of been a really small cohort of people who were able to exercise the benefits, because OLC has changed their structure in terms of what our membership now gets. So they've kind of opened it up in terms of what our membership allows us to do, thus us being able to turn it over to you in terms of being able to access.
Right. Everybody has the access to it, and then Ashford, and again, that's another thing just to, tack on there. If anyone has their own workshop idea, if you have an idea for a workshop, you can certainly present that to us. And if you want to teach it, that would be great. If you want to design it, that'd be great. If you want to pitch the idea, but you do not want to teach it, we've had that happen too. I think it would be a great topic, but I don't want to teach it. You can certainly do that, because that's part of the give and take is to be able to add to it. If you have a topic or a workshop idea, something like that, or you want to present at one of our conferences, submit a journal article. Yes, we want you to get involved and bring your knowledge as well.
And Matt, I'm not sure if you see the chat, but we do have one more question from Beth. And Beth is asking if workshops and certificates through OLC are aimed at a particular learning level like K through 12 or higher ed, or is it broad?
I would say the majority of our topics are focused on higher ed. However, many of the topics are also applicable to K through 12. So even our certificate program, even creating presentations without using PowerPoint, some of these different topics, they're focused on just teaching methods that would apply to K through 12 as well. And they're not LMS specific. So obviously we've switched to Canvas here at Ashford. It's regardless of whether you were on eCollege or Blackboard or Canvas, they're all the information is relevant to just teaching in an online or blended classroom, regardless of what your LMS is. The tools that can be used are readily available as well.